Safa saphela isizwe simnyama iwasafa
isizwe saba
yavula mola ayinkokhelize wemaye wemolo Safa saphela isizwe simnyama iwasafa
isizwe saba
yavula mola ayinkokhelize wemaye ngiyakhala Safa saphela isizwe simnyama iwasafa
isizwe saba
alamula ayinkokhelize wemaye wemolo
Hello everybody, my name is Lumumba Kimani Frank, a student at Mount Kenya University. As you have known, I'm a presidential candidate in 2014. Now today, we congregate here to celebrate our norms and values that keeps us moving forward and bound together as Mount Kenya University fraternity. It is a day of celebration that we are going and we must be there to make our decisions as to who will lead Mount Kenya University for the next 1 year. Comrades, I've always said that I'm ready to take Mount Kenya University to the next level. But of course, if given the opportunity, because I may talk about things that I want to do, but without your effort, without you waking up and making your decision, then we cannot go anywhere. We shall actually be spilling in the mud. Ladies and gentlemen, there is still an opportunity to make a difference, to inspire change that is going to go a long way around the world and teach others on the way things are done. And we are going to start right here in Mount Kenya University to lay an historical foundation on the best way, this direction to take our leadership around the world. I wish to mention a few things regarding my manifesto for you to get a clear picture of myself, rather what I want to bring in Mount Kenya University. I've always said that the strength of a man does not come from physical capacity, but from indomitable will. And I have the will to transform Mount Kenya University to the next level. Once Martin Luther King said, if you cannot fly, then run. If you cannot run, then walk. If you cannot walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, make sure that you are moving forward. The elections we hold is about taking us forward, but not retrogressing us. Therefore, we are ready to form a very strong foundation of leadership here in Mount Kenya University. For the few years that I've been in leadership theaters, I have learned a lesson that the world will not remember for reaching and creating a good life for myself, but for improving the lives of others. That's all any reasonable man or woman can do to be remembered around the world. Martin Luther King, Mahatma Gandhi, and Nelson Mandela, their names are rest assured in the world history. You can be like them by making the right choices and decisions that you yourself can be held accountable of. In the end, we will not remember the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. It has come to my attention that we are in a precipice of losing our goals because of insecurity that has marred this country. But all the same, we must all come to an agreement that it is a national problem, looking at it from a broader spectrum. But we cannot look at each other and say, it's the dog that has what? Every one of us has to do something. And we are therefore, as your president here in Mount Kenya University, I want to introduce a system whereby we shall have a council that looks at the security of the students, which shall be led by the Minister of External Affairs and the students being amongst the members. Because I do believe this is the only way that we can be able to unravel this mystery of insecurity in this nation. I will liaise with regional leaders to ensure that we have sufficient security around the compound. There's no doubt with the Kenya Army in Somalia that we are going to get more and more terror activities. But we will stay vigilant to avoid such issues because we are losing lives every day and it's not in anyone's interest in this country. We condemn it to the letter. In reference to a recent announcement by His Excellency the President of the Republic of Kenya, President Kenyatta and his deputy William Ruto, they had launched a 6 billion shillings fund for the youth that was to be distributed among the youth to improve their lives. But all the same, we have something to regret today because nothing has been done so far. I myself have followed up to ensure that such resources reach to the youth, but I have not been successful. So I want to make a passionate appeal to the government that this is something that we are still waiting for, and we want to see it as soon as possible. We must admit that admission of a mistake does not imply failure, but implies that you are wiser today than yesterday. One of the world scholars, Mahatma Gandhi, said that the greatness of a nation can be judged by the way its animals are treated. Therefore, we have no choice in this country other to embrace democracy, rule of law, fairness and justice all over we go, because it is an ideal that each one of us must fight for to the end. And therefore, we must agree and we must actually applaud the Jubilee administration for the recent effort that is made in order to improve the lives of citizens of this country. But all the same, there are some areas that have not been addressed, and I'll mention them: unemployment, education, and security. Recent times, we are having one of the most dire conditions of insecurity in the nation, a big problem, and actually a national problem. But still, we cannot stand up and say it's the dog that has worked. We all have to do something, team up together and do something great to ensure that we crumble this issue of insecurity in this nation. Because it has come to my attention as your leader that we are in a precipice of losing our goals because of insecurity. Regarding the terrorist activities that have been happening in Nairobi and in Mombasa, these are terror activities that are really impacting our goals of academic excellence. And we cannot accept it. We have to stand and say no to this. But again, we all need to come together from the national government, county government, institutions to ensure that we unravel this mystery. And also unemployment is a menace that actually has marred the youth for a long time. But we are in a position, and we can do it ourselves. We can stand firm and try to explore all the means to make sure that we improve the kind of employment in this nation. John F. Kennedy, the former president of the United States, said, "People must not pray for easy lives, but pray to be stronger people." Kenyans must now begin to pray to be stronger people in order to tackle the problems that are mired here in this country. I can stand here today and narrate my story about things and transformation that I want to bring about here in Mount Kenya University. But the determinant, or whoever matters, is the electorate. You are the people with the jurisdiction of determining the next man to lead Mount Kenya University. But I want to make a caution to everybody here that we are to become the change that we want to see to the world. Your decision will impact your life personally. And therefore today, I want to offer myself to you as the best candidate for this position, the president in Mount Kenya University. As I finish, this is an opportunity that has given to you to make your decision and must not be taken for granted. Therefore, you look at us, because we could be a very big number that is going for the similar seat, but look at us and try to examine us and see who is the best and vote for the right leader that you believe in. The nations of the world, institutions, countries, Africa, world, must be able to embrace democracy. It is an ideal that each one of us must be able to stand firm and fight for, because we do not want to see a situation whereby human rights are being abused. We condemn it to the latter. And therefore, today, as your president, I will stand firm to defend you without fear or favor or contradiction.